2023 O'Brien Awards post-event interviews are brought to you by Horse Racing Alberta. All right, here alongside trainer Mark Etsell, who took home Horsemanship of the Year honors, as well as Adair Castle, who captured the H Trotting Mare Division. You know, Mark, we spoke earlier on the red carpet this evening. Given that you won a couple of awards tonight, are you enjoying your night a little bit more?
It's a great night. It took a little pressure off. I mean, we were nominated for 4. I didn't want to go 0 for 4. So, you know, we won 2, so I'm very, very happy. Yeah.
You know, for you, though you were nominated for a few, you did win a couple, but for you specifically, what does Horsemanship, the award, mean for you exactly?
Oh, it's great. It's a great honor being respected by your peers. You know, a lot of hard work's involved in this. Great staff behind us, too. You know, it's not just me. Like, you know, we got a good bunch of grooms and second trainers that help us along. So it's a great accomplishment for us all.
Absolutely. And, you know, speaking of your accomplishments, you've done a tremendous job with trotters. We don't really see pacers in your stable, though. Do you just make a conscious effort to go with trotters, Mark? Is it by design, or?
We have 27 horses in our barn this year, and they're all trotters.
Unbelievable.
So we have 13 2-year-olds, 12 3-year-olds, and then 4 aged horses, or whatever it works out to. 3.
Is it anything that you may be thinking about tinkering with the pacing side a little bit?
No, we've had pacers before. Mm-hmm. We've had success with, you know, a lot of good pacers back in the 90s and early 2000s. Just that we swung over to trotters. It's just, I don't know, I just find it's easier to make money with them. You know, they don't have to be super to make money, whereas pacers have to be outstanding to put money on their card.
Well, speaking of outstanding, obviously the H Trotting Mare was Adair Castle, and she's been nothing short of that, Mark. And, you know, we see a lot of times in the OSS program, we see horses at 2 and 3, either go stateside or maybe, you know, retire to stud, but you elected to bring her back at 4, which is always tough for a horse, right? Luckily, she got to start off against her own kind, but not only that, you're electing to bring her back for H5 campaign. So just talk about the decision, not only for this year and going beyond.
Yeah, well, we felt that she deserved another crack at it. I mean, we rushed her a little bit back to as a 4-year-old. She didn't get a lot of time off because of the graduate series started in April, so she didn't get a lot of downtime. This year, she got a full 3 months off after the Breeders' Crown. She bulked up, she filled out, she grew up. We're expecting nice things from her from a 5-year-old.
You know, for you, though, a big part of your success has been your ability to develop some young talent, right? Bargain buys talent, right?
Correct.
I mean, a lot of cheap trotters. Given the success the last couple of years, I think you've broken the $1 million mark the last 2 years in a row now. Is your formula going to change a little bit? Is Mark Etsell going to get a little, and his ownership group going to get a little bit more aggressive at the sales, or are you just going to keep doing what you're doing?
I'm very comfortable buying them anywhere between 10 and 50. I think after that, they got to be exceptional for you to get out on them. You know, even at 50, it's tough to get out on some of them, but that's where I'm comfortable at. I mean, I went to 100,000 on a couple this year and didn't get them, so you know, it wasn't meant to be. But we were swinging. And
you know, you've been training for many years now. What's different from what you were doing back then versus what you're doing now? Has anything changed really?
Nothing. Just the right horses come along at the right time. Our training techniques haven't changed. I believe in building a really solid foundation, lots of slow miles, and treating them each as individuals. You know, like they don't go on a set speed at a certain time. Like, they're all trained within their limits.
You know, we always talk about the unsung heroes, not only in harness racing, but we've always got somebody who kind of is doing a lot behind the scenes that doesn't get the same recognition. For you, who's that person in your team, do you think?
I mean, my partner, Danny Bilek, she works really hard at it. And, you know, I have my grooms that are not full-time, but like Ashley McDonald, her mother, Kim O'Reilly, they help us a lot in the summertime, do a great job, look after the horses great. I really appreciate them giving us the help they do.
You know, not only that, but you've had some really loyal owners over the years, Mark. I mean, for you, just seeing this success, what's it like for you sharing these, you know, these moments, especially with those guys?
Oh, it's great. I mean, Bob Newton and Graham Hopkins, and a lot of them have been with me for a long, long time, Swantan, and it's nice to see them reap some of the rewards.
You know, speaking of which, you had another finalist, though, as well in Willow Time in the 2-year-old trotting colt category. Exceptional campaign for him. And for him, I mean, talk about what you thought of him as a freshman, and maybe a little bit about his development so far heading into 3 years old.
He struggled a little bit training down till about he got to 220, and then he really started to shine then. Scott, who drove him most of the time, didn't agree with me a lot of the time, but it all worked out in the end. He was late foal, May 28th foal or something like that. So I didn't want to over race him as a 2-year-old. We were invited to race in the Mohawk Million, and the way the race unfolded, I think we'd had a really good shot at winning it, but I was looking out for the horse, and I put the horse first. A little bit of regret maybe, but no, it all worked out. We won the super final. It was all good. 5 starts, 350,000, not a bad day.
Oh, absolutely not.
He's come back. He's grown up a lot, filled out tremendously. Bob was over the farm there before he got hurt and looked at him and said, he's just phenomenal. So we're hoping for a big year, but who knows,
And for you, just to wrap up, on the night in the interview, how has the experience here in P.E.I. been for you and your ownership group as a whole this weekend?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, I wish more of my partners and staff could have got here, but it just wasn't logical. Just things didn't work out. So, I mean, other than the snow we're getting, and we might not get home for a couple of days, but other than that, it's been great. The people are very hospitable, and it's been I'd rather come to here in July or August, but it's been a nice experience.
I think if they saw the forecast, I think they might be not regretting the decision to come by just about now. But it's been a great evening so far, Mark. Thanks for your time this evening, and best of luck going forward.
It's been fun. Thank you very much.
Anytime.